Okay, someone had a beautiful photograph on Facebook, and that their goal is to kind of try to, I don't know, replicate or do something in the spirit of the photographs that they've taken before. And I'm not referencing the photograph right here because a lot of times, if you don't have the exact type of imagery shown in a photograph and whatnot, it can be kind of frustrating trying to do replication. So I'm doing something more in the spirit of kind of my memory of that photograph. Or, I mean, that's often done with any type of thing that I see in scenes or whatnot. I might reference things sometimes, and it's a good exercise to go through because you can learn all kinds of different techniques, but inevitably what I like to do is I like to take scenes in kind of a direction that they seem to want to go in as I'm working on them. Okay, now the gist of it was there was a very large tree here on the side, and it had a lot of tree branches overhanging kind of in silhouette in the foreground. And that tree took up a lot of this space right here on the right-hand side. And then there was this grassy area in here, which I think had a really wonderful kind of glowing kind of look to it. And things went off in the distance like this way, kind of in perspective, okay? Now, I don't know if I'm going to try to do something like that, but then there was this really great kind of twilight sky, or I don't know if it was sunrise, but it looked more kind of in the spirit of twilight to me. So, not that those two different skies have to be different, but I'm going to be doing something like that. So I'll be doing some trees over here, and I'll put some kind of larger tree trunk over here. I was thinking about going with my mossy covered trees, but I think I might be going with something more of a kind of a stronger solid over this way. And then I want to have some kind of things down here around the base of the tree, kind of transitioning from this green meadow area into this kind of browner area where grass isn't growing underneath this canopy of leaves and whatnot. So anyways, a lot going on here, and that's kind of the gist of it. But anyways, what I'm going to do, though, is there was this really great glow working underneath the surface of this greens and kind of darker twilight. This is going to be all about the shadows in here. Okay, so fun scene. I don't remember the person's name, but I have a bad memory anyway. But thank you for the inspiration for this piece with your beautiful photograph. This is my take on it. I really liked the things that struck me from the photograph again, were the deep, rich tones and the kind of glowing, saturated areas of different hue from sky, and that transition of colors up there. I really like the perspective to the things going back into a kind of like a vanishing point. I think there was more to it up here, but I just kind of darkened it over here. And then this area down here, which if I looked really close, had that kind of that change of hue where, underneath the canopy of trees, a lot of times you don't see grass just growing right up to it if it is so thick up there that light can't penetrate it. I don't know, I could go a little bit deeper up here with some additional tree form, but I think I'll just leave it as is. But anyways, I added my little deer in there. Maybe the doe liked your setting, and it looked like it would be a great place to grab a bite. So a little bit of a different take, or an additional take, a tweak on it. So hopefully you enjoyed this piece right here, and you got kind of a good idea on the benefits of layering colors if you want to go for that look. I don't think it's the best way to go. I love all kinds of looks. Like I said, colored pencils and pastels and things like that. This would be a perfect composition for pan pastels, doing those streaks in the sky like that, changing the color scheme around here and doing those transitions of green. And then right down to browns, so transitions, any type of media that's really great at transitions would be perfect for this. But anyways, I'd like these in terms of glossy cardstock and dye-based inks. You can really get this kind of nice glowing type of look where hopefully, let me see if I can get this glare out of the way like that. Hopefully it appears as though this is the time of day that I was kind of trying to depict. And hopefully it kind of makes for that kind of same spirit as far as the feeling we would get from being in a location like this. And that's one of the things I really like about landscape stamping in a way. When you're doing scenic stamping, I think the whole experience of doing any type of craft is creatively transportive. But sometimes when you're stamping a scene out, you can kind of take like an emotional journey into that location, because the things that we are depicting in scenes are, whatever given location at a given time of day, season, whatever, and sometimes it's not always depicting places that I've been to, but places where I'd like to be, or, I'd love to have a little cabin in a little area like this, or I'd love to go on a walk that would look like this at twilight. So in the time it takes you to do something like this, kind of on a subconscious level, I think we transport into those locations during that little time, and it kind of gives us a little bit of a mini vacation. So thanks for watching again. Thanks for tuning into the channel. If you have any questions, drop us a note in the comments section. If you like this video, hope you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.